Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl, coming at you with another pick a card reading. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you, and anyone that's new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. Follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships. But if not, thank you for your continued support here. Today we are going to get ancestor messages. Well, it's ancestors are helping you with this. We're going to find out what that is. And let us start with the prayer. I have to go around my camera stand here to get this lit. All right. All right. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading or onto this channel. I ask that you help us open up to the messages that are coming through today, and recognizing that we are never alone on our journey, and that even in the times when we feel like we are most alone is the time when we are getting the most support from our spiritual team, from our ancestors, from our spirit guides, from our angels, from you. And so I ask today that you open that channel to us and help remind us just how connected that we are. Bring that forth in signs and synchronicities in a way that are undeniable, in a way that leaves us in wonder and in awe. It helps us to open up our hearts to the truth of the messages that come through for us, that help clarify and help us connect with our intuition. I ask that you surround anybody at this time who needs love and light and support in their life. Surround them with your loving, supportive light. Bring them to people who can help support them. And if they don't have that ability to come closer to people who support them at this time, I ask that you help them to be that support for themselves in their lives, through self-care, through self-understanding, through self-learning. Today I ask that you lift us all up and remind us that not only are we so deeply loved, we are all deeply needed in this world. As these words are spoken unto this reading, unto this tribe, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved source. Thank you. All right, let me go ahead and set that up over here. Okay, today I'm going to be using the Secret of the Ancestors Oracle deck. And I've already shuffled them. So ancestors, for pile number 1, what ancestor oracle card will help us better understand what it is that you're helping pile number 1 with? Ancestors of High Sight and Love. Okay. Thank you. And ancestors of High Sight and Love, what ancestor oracle card will help us better understand what it is that you're helping pile number 2 with? Ancestors. Okay. Thank you. And ancestors of highest light and love, what ancestor oracle card will help us better understand what it is that you're helping pile number 2 with? Or, I'm sorry, pile number 3. Ancestors of highest light and love, what ancestor oracle card will help us better understand what it is that you're helping pile number 3 with at this time? What are you helping pile number 3 with, ancestors? Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 3 with? Wow, okay, that's a lot of cards. What are you helping pile number 3 with? That's too many. Too many cards. Try again. What are you helping pile number 3 with? One card, please. Thank you. On the bottom, a collective message is the griot, and that's blissed. And this is connected to the sun energy, but it's about finding happiness and that bright, sunny disposition and just being happy with life in general and knowing that what it is that you're planting is growing, right? It is being nourished. And the longer that you nourish it, the better it will be. All right, so let me get this set up. Make sure we're in frame. Okay, so pile number 1, we have this beautiful piece of rose quartz for you to choose from. Okay. Pile number 2, we have this red jasper for you to choose from. Okay, and pile number 3, we have this blue apatite for you to choose from. Okay, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, whichever one you're drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of rose quartz, if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading. Your ancestors are helping you with this. First, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. And for anyone that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and hop to it and find out what are the ancestors helping you with. So ancestors of highest light and love, what are you helping pile number 1 with? Ancestors of highest light and love, what are you helping pile number 1 with? What would you like them to know at this time? Ancestors of highest light and love, what are you helping pile number 1 with? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, we've got the first house, the south node, and Cancer energy. Letting go of how you used to see yourself. I feel like you may be someone who's been extremely passive aggressive towards yourself, or even just aggressive and cruel to yourself when things aren't working out the way that you want them to. You might really be like, man, I feel like this is a pile where you might call yourself stupid, or you might say that you're not worthy, or you might say that like you'll never get there. Okay, and the ancestors are highlighting this. Like, they want you to know that things are changing. I don't know what that is. Yeah, see, okay, it's interesting. I don't know why I have this side up, but it's like these imperfections here. It's like you're seeing the imperfections or the flaws that you have as total disasters, and you end up beating yourself up for them. And the ancestors are saying, like, that's not fair. Like, it's not fair that you're beating yourself up. It's something that's absolutely from the past. It's something that is your south node energy that we're trying to help you to let go of. And we're trying to help you see that you're this beautiful soul that deserves to be nurtured. And above all, forget being nurtured by everyone else. You deserve to be nurtured by you. You deserve to love you, pile number 1. And your ancestors see what goes on behind closed doors, and they see what it is that you tell yourself, and they're there with you whenever things get really rough and you have, you know, your emotional ego is beating you to a pulp. I feel like it just kind of runs rampant sometimes in your life, and it makes you feel all kinds of ways, and it makes you feel like you're not worthy of even just having the simplest things in life. And so your ancestors are saying, we're trying to help you see this, and we're trying to help you let go of this energy. We're trying to help you nurture and cultivate nurturing in your life. And we're trying to help you see that you are someone who is deserving of love. But I feel like that comes from the mother wound. And so especially with the ancestors working very closely with you on this, they're trying to help you heal the mother wound and see that maybe your mother or whoever was a mother figure in your life, and it could be multiple people who held this position in your life, right? It could be teachers, could be, you know, people that we learn from, senseis, whatever it is, grandparents or grandmother, auntie, mom. So there could have been many people in that role, but it's like all the people who held that matriarchal role in your life were not capable of giving you the love that you needed and the love that you deserved. And so there's this wound in there that's saying, like, I don't even deserve to nurture myself. And then also with Cancer energy, we look at healing the inner child wounds. And of course, that's an inner child wound as well. But it's like disconnected from that. And so your ancestors are trying to help you reconnect with this beautiful, innocent part of yourself instead of being so harsh and critical towards yourself. Whether that's how you look, how you appear, the way that you are out in your day-to-day life, the way you view the world. But that's the main thing here, is how you view the world. Like, we're trying to help you see from a much bigger perspective. We're trying to help you see from a much more loving perspective as well. 4:44 on the clock. So let's get some tarot on it here. We're trying to help you find some sense of stability in being who you are. Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 1 with? What can you tell us? Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 1 with? Yeah, so it's like, I feel like discombobulated for some reason. The cards are not really cooperating in their shuffle. They're just kind of going every which way here. And I feel like that's what happens when you're really cruel to yourself, is you get so disoriented and it's hard for you to do things, and it's hard for you to focus on what it is that you need to do. And you might procrastinate, but it's like you're procrastinating because you're being so ruthless to yourself, or it's like your emotional ego is being so cruel to you. It's just a part of yourself, right? It is. It's just, it has kind of developed its own personality and its own way of talking to you, and it gets away with bloody hell. Excuse the phrase, but that's what came through. And so we're trying to help you see that when you feel really down, when you feel really exhausted, like, how are you talking to yourself? What's going on mentally? And how are you presenting yourself to yourself? Like, are you trying to feel small because your inner voice is saying you need to feel small? Or are you trying to convince yourself that you're not worthy of good because your inner voice is saying these things? So this is really what your ancestors are trying to help you with, that misguided voice inside of you that believes the illusions. Okay, ancestors, what are you helping pile number 1 with? Okay, thank you. Okay, ancestors, what are you helping pile number 1 with? Okay, thank you. I don't know why I just heard espionage. Okay, what? I don't know what that has to do with anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the 2 of Cups on the reverse on the bottom of the deck. This is like utter disappointment from relationships, from people in your past, from people in your life. Just betrayal, disappointment, feeling disregarded, feeling like you didn't matter, one-sided love, things that really left you feeling hopeless and almost heartless was coming out. Heartless was coming out, but it's not that you're heartless. It's just that it's easier for you to turn off the heart space than it is to experience all those emotions again. Because in order for you to open your heart space, it means that you have to go through the storm and the indentation that this left on your psyche. And that is so scary. And that's the duality of this situation as well. There's definitely the shadow aspect that's making itself apparent here. Your ancestors are saying that this is what we have to face right now. This is what we have to heal. This is what we have to go through right now in order for us to move beyond where we're at currently, in order for us to gain access to more vitality, in order for us to feel more rooted in ourselves. And it's very difficult for you, Pile 1, to do that because the emotional ego is very cruel and ruthless to you. But it also has its foot like on your neck, right? Like I see it's like, or like, you know, your foot, the foot on your, with your head on the curb. It's just like pushing you down. It's holding you down. And it doesn't want you to heal this part of yourself because then it means it loses control. Yeah. And then with the Page of Swords here, it's like this card is interesting because really, whether he's in the reverse or in the upright, it's really talking about not wanting to face reality. It's so much easier to place blame on everyone else in the way that everyone else showed up with this Two of Cups, which is it's not that that is wrong, right? It's just showing that the more you sit in this place of pointing the fingers, the less time that you are spending trying to build yourself up, trying to empower yourself. And this is something that's left you completely stagnant. This is something that's left you completely catatonic, in a sense. Immobile and unsure of yourself and feeling a lot of rage. There's like a lot of rage coming through with this, and the ancestors are trying to help you heal this rage. And I feel like you're not the only one in your ancestral lineage that has dealt with this internal rage, but this internal rage has absolutely manifested itself in very strange ways of treating other family members. Oh yeah. So we have the House of God in the reverse, as with the Page of Swords, but this is a much more profound way of saying, I don't want to deal with reality. I don't want to face reality. I don't want to face what I know I need to face because it scares me. It's frightening. Again, that sense of feeling, right? The sense of feeling coming to the surface, like, no, that is much safer underneath the cellar door that I put it under, and we're just going to keep it there because if I let that come out, then oh my goodness, like it's not going to be pretty. But we see that this is connected to the South Node, and we see that this is the next step into stepping into your North Node energy. And it's something that's very traumatizing. This is something that's very dramatic. And your ancestors are trying to help you see that you're in a place now that it's okay for you to feel these emotions and to be honest with yourself about how you feel about certain things that transpired in your life. Because you're safe now. You're not in those situations any longer. You're not experiencing those situations right now, especially if you're at home, like journaling or trying to talk it out with yourself or whatever the case may be and how you approach your healing. What they're saying is like reminding yourself that you're much stronger, that you're here for you. All of a sudden, wow, the ancestors are definitely present. I don't know if you heard that. I don't know if it's loud enough to be on the video, but the frequencies just went like that, like white noise energy, you know, so like when the spirits try to take over the electronics, and that just happened. I really hope that it caught it. I don't know if it was loud enough to catch on the video though. But that's what it is. It's like this fear of facing it. And so the interesting thing with the House of God is this is when wisdom and knowledge and understanding comes through, and it knocks us off our tower, or if you will, our high horse, where our ego has reign of everything in our lives. And it knocks both us consciously and our emotional ego down to the ground, or our spirit and our ego down to the ground. And thus the spirit can then ascend to the top and the ego washes away, right? And that's like the cleansing cycle here. But in the reverse, it's like, no, absolutely not. I can't do that. I don't want to do that, right? Yeah, and we have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse. I don't want to have to start over. Maybe you've done a lot of healing on your journey and this makes you feel like you have to start again at the beginning. But they're saying that's not the case here. Look, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. What is turning your fortune here is facing this heartbreak that you've gone through, Pile One. It's like actually being honest with yourself about what it is that you've experienced. I just saw a spirit ball go right above the camera. It was like right here, it just went straight up right here. Ooh, that was crazy. I don't usually see them physically. I usually catch them a lot on electronics and stuff, but I actually physically saw it with my eyes. So yeah, your ancestors are really here right now. They're really coming through, and they want you to know that you have good luck. You're not a misfortunate person. Like, it's just a lot has happened to you, and the more that things have happened on you, the more that has weighed you down from believing in the truth, which is that you are an empowered soul, you're an empowered being. You can walk in that empowerment, but there's a lot of hardships and even sickness. Maybe you've dealt with a lot of physical sickness or physical ailments that have come up over time, and those are ailments coming through that are manifesting because of this past heartbreak. Wow, I can barely say it. It's almost like, I don't know if it's you that doesn't want me to say it or if it's your emotional ego. Like, it's just scary. Like, I feel like the fear from this, and I feel like the anger boiling up, and I feel like the anger is a cover for just how scary these feelings actually are. Like, it's easier to be angry because anger is more acceptable than it is to be afraid. And it's easier to be angry than it is to be emotional because anger is more acceptable than being emotional, right? And that's what this feels like here. But we do see there's an opportunity for progress here that your ancestors are absolutely trying to assist you with. You get to turn your Wheel of Fortune here. And I love this because the Wheel of Fortune for me, it is connected to both Sagittarius and Pisces energy. It's also connected to the sacral chakra. And we're talking about, this is my right to feel, right? And so with it coming out in the upright, we see you have this opportunity to change your fate, to change the trajectory of life right now. And your ancestors are very much helping you with this. They're leading you down this road. And I do feel like there have been triggers recently that have been triggering this emotion to come up, or these emotions. These could be multiple emotions, multiple situations. You're seeing that. And they're getting triggered so that you'll begin to face them and understanding that this is your right to feel. It's okay for you to be honest with how you felt. Like, so-and-so was a total bitch, or so-and-so was a total jerk, or whatever it was. Like, I can't believe that they did this to me. But if you're not honest with yourself about it, how can you ever heal that? And that's what they're saying. Like, shoving it down is just creating a pressurized system. And you're shaking up and you're shaking up and the triggers are coming and that's shaking you even more. Eventually this is going to explode and it's going to pour out in word vomit and projectile missiles on everybody around you, including yourself. And so there's this element that's, we're trying to help you heal this angry part within you, this part that feels dismissed, this part that feels so betrayed, this part that feels like it doesn't belong, so that you can come into a space of seeing the truth, which is that you absolutely do belong, which is that you absolutely deserve to be seen, you absolutely deserve to be heard. But if you're not hearing yourself, how can you ever expect others to hear your story or to hear what it is that you've gone through? Okay, we've got the burden. Wow, with the 6 of Swords on the bottom. Like, just looking at this. Look at this picture. This woman, she's very, very hard. Like, this is a very hard woman carrying this grown man. Carrying him up this hill. Actually, I should say that's the other way. This man is carrying up this very hard woman up this hill. Like, let it down. Let it down. Why does she get to be comfortable, right? This feels like the emotional ego to me. Like, they look like the same. It looks like son and mother here. And again, this pointing towards the mother wound here. Okay, it could be son and father even, right? There's really no gender here, but that to me was the first thing I saw was a son and a mother here. And it's like this person is on this person's shoulders, climbing up this craggy mountain, okay? Like, head on, keep going. And this poor person is like, I can't. Like, I have nothing left. And this is your spirit right now. It's just so wore down. And your ego is saying, like, no, I get to take control. I get to have control. I get to do whatever. And consciously, it's starting to drip into the consciousness that, like, oh, holy crap, like, this is exhausting. this is overwhelming. I can't deal with this anymore. Like, I don't know, but I don't want to face that part of myself either, because that's the fear talking. That's the emotional ego having its way. So your ancestors are trying to help you put down the burden here. Yeah, we have the Lovers coming out here. And the Lover card really does talk about, especially in the Tarot Marseille, it talks about having a decision. You can choose to go the easy route towards temptation and lust, or you can choose to go towards something that's more honorable with morals. And it's up to you what you choose. Like, it doesn't matter which way you choose. Eventually, the destination will get you there the same. It's whether you take the long journey or the short journey, but it's going to get you there both the same. With the Lovers here, we see that this is something that could have happened because of a love situation. And it's something that's very difficult for you to face, because it's like, I love that person with my whole heart. And how could someone treat me that way? Or how could someone hurt me in such a way when I gave them every part of my being? And it's unfortunate, but sometimes we have to draw back and say, was it really a love situation, or were you fulfilling both codependencies, right? Was it a codependency? Because sometimes codependent relationships are far more imprinting on us than a love relationship is even. And so it's something to look at here, because I do feel like there's been codependencies here that are coming out, especially for not wanting to heal. Then that means that there's something codependently that we're relying on for someone else to give to us that we can't give to ourselves. And that's why the burden is becoming so heavy. Look, the consciousness is trying to help you come aware, right? We're trying to help you become aware of this so that you can put the burden down. Aloneness. This is Hermit. We have 9 over 9. And this is powerful, right? This is powerful. It's like, through the darkness, the light will shine. But it's difficult to go through the darkness because the emotional ego is trying to keep us from going through the darkness, trying to keep us from feeling it. And so your ancestors are trying to help you come into this place of integration and solidarity, of learning those lessons by yourself in the silence. Okay? And it's powerful when you allow yourself to step into those places. But until then, your emotional ego will keep trying to lead you down lust's lane and saying, no, no, no. Like, it's just so much easier to let me be in control, isn't it? Isn't it? But you've been carrying this burden for a long, long time. When we have the 9 of coins with ripeness, it's time for you to bear the fruit of your efforts. Right? And so your ancestors are the saying here that when you feel into this, when you allow yourself to really feel what it is that you feel, and be honest, like, don't feel like someone's looking over your shoulder if you're journaling and they're looking at what you're writing down. This is your personal journal. You have a safe space. Do it when you're alone so that you feel safe. And if you feel like someone's looking over your shoulder, keep writing. Keep writing what it is that you need to write, because that's the guilt of holding on to feeling this way about someone. You shouldn't feel guilty for having to feel that way when you gave someone your whole being and they didn't treat you with respect, and they didn't treat you with kindness, and they didn't treat you with love. You need to get that out, because that's what's eating you alive from the inside. Right? It's time for you to experience and express that. And we have 999 coming out here, which is, we're trying to bring this situation to a close. We have the 6 coming out, showing this is all about finding this balance. The duality has been ruling your life. The contrast, the shadow has been ruling your life. But when we find balance, we let the light in. We let the light in. And this is what the ancestors are helping you with. Wow, okay. So we have earth energy here with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, persistence, patience, and practicality. This might take some time, and to be okay with that, it's going to take time, but persistently show up in this place of healing and get it off your chest. Get it out, because it needs to be, you need to see it. You need to hear it. You need to recognize it. This is where transformation happens with Pluto here. Okay, this is where your transformation happens. All right, ancestors, what else would you like to tell pile number 1? What are you helping pile number 1 with? Well, okay, they want this one. On the bottom, connect with animals, animal spirit guides, healing, and past pets. So you have animals that are with you, passed on pets. They're helping you to heal. Animal spirit guides that are helping you to heal. You also may get synchronicities with animals a lot, and those are giving you messages to help you heal from this. Because I feel like right now it's hard for you to trust humans. And you trust animals more than you trust humans. And so your ancestors are trying to come to you in the form of animal spirit guides as well. Because it's saying, yeah, I know that pile one will trust the animal guidance rather than trusting me as a possible person. Or as once as a person. Look, I can't. This just flipped over. We have island with solitude. Coming out over the hermit energy, over aloneness, and the 9 of wands. It's like this energy of fear of starting over, but it's so necessary for you to go into a space of solitude to begin this journey of healing. So necessary. On the bottom, sanctuary. Exactly. It's time for you to come back to the womb space, right? This is like a womb here. This is your sanctuary, but you have to create that for yourself. You have to create that safety for yourself. The ancestors are desperately trying to help you with this, to help you see that you're worthy of having that safe space. Okay. We have watch your words. This is that confirmation with 45, which is 9 again. You might see 9 quite a bit. We'll get an angel number as well. But with parrot spirit, watch your words. I feel like this is what you do when you're trying to heal from something. Like, you don't express exactly how you feel because you're afraid it's going to hurt someone's feelings. When you're by yourself, don't worry about hurting someone's feelings. You need to get it out. You gotta get it off your chest. It's been weighing way too heavy on your chest, and it's creating a lot of chaos in your life. Why should you be the one who suffers because of being afraid of hurting someone's feelings when they're not even around? Why should you be the one that suffers? You don't deserve that. Time to reflect. Mirror guardian. Looking in the mirror. Looking in the mirror. What do you see? What do you need to confront? This is all about facing yourself. Okay, mirror guardian, time to reflect. We're not getting another guardian. We're getting the mirror guardian. And it's like, I keep hearing the man in the mirror, right? The woman in the mirror, the person in the mirror. It doesn't matter. But Michael Jordan. Wow. Okay. Let's be real. Michael Jackson, man in the mirror. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm hoping he can change his ways. What is he saying? This message doesn't get any clearer. Isn't that a line in the song? You have to start with you, and that's what your ancestors are trying to bring you back to. Healing yourself. Healing you is so important right now. May I please have an angel number for this reading, ancestors? What are you helping pile number 1 with? Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 1 with? Thank you. Okay, you're going to get 2 numbers. We're not going to take a look at the bottom. I'm going to put it over here just in case. Okay. Interact and relate. Community, family, and traditions. So your ancestors are saying, we're here. This is something that's been going on in the family timeline for a while. It's also time for you to find new people to relate with, but the only way to do that is to begin to relate to yourself. Okay? Like, we have koi fish spirit. There's always enough. Number 36, 9 again. 9 is like coming out like a beast today. All right. But we're saying here, it's like, you are deserving of love. You are deserving of the good things. There's always enough. Okay. Love is something that you can always make more of. Okay. And so if you're in this place of saying there's not enough for me, there's never been enough for me, it's reminding yourself there is absolutely enough, but you have to begin to change the way that you're thinking, the way that you interact to yourself, the way that you relate to yourself. And we have the spring, see your seeds grow. We want to see you reap the rewards of what it is that you've done. And this is coming through and saying you are worthy and helping you to see value in yourself, to see your own value. We have 333, which lo and behold altogether is 9, but 333 resources, material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, confidence, material gain, and epic romance. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. So you're meant to have prosperity in your life. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be heard. But there's something here we're trying to help you heal so that you can move on beyond this. This is something that has scarred you deeply. And we have 000, and this card is misspelled, but I'll get through it. We have strength with obstacles, hardships, strength, building character and experience. There might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through. You got this. If you've been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. Some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. And then on the bottom, we did have 1551 with forward thinking, longing, technology, ambition, genius, forward thinking, stress, and depression. And that's why I pulled it out, because depression was standing out to me here. It says you have more control over your life than you realize. Learn and execute what interests you. Turn things around. It gets better with time. There are plenty of friends to make, so chill out, have fun, open up, and go outside. And that is some of the things that we've been absolutely talking about with this reading. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at your Secret of the Ancestors Oracle. We have the ancestral force and completion. Look at this. And it's, again, hiding. Like, this ancestor here is like hiding, right? Like behind this beads. This, what do you call it? A veil of beads, right? But look, again, there's a vulture here. You're connecting with the animals. It's like this energy. You have the bull and the lion. This is like, I feel like this is world energy. Yeah. This is the world card. And then you have, instead, I feel this is a doll of some sorts. I'm not exactly sure. I know this is, I love this. I do love this deck, but I'm not sure what that's called. Let's see if it says. Maybe it says. Completion. Be proud. Celebrate yourself. You have a well-deserved sense of wholeness. The vibe is fulfillment and harmony. You have a better understanding of who you are than ever before. You are protected. You are safe. It is safe to be safe. Isn't that what I was saying? Like, it's difficult to say what it is that you feel when you're always looking over your shoulder, but it's safe for you to be safe. Okay? The ancestors have your back in full force. Embrace the new opportunities. The ancestral force comes through as the Yoruba Igungun masquerade. Igungun is a celebration of ancestral spirits that provides a portal for participants to communicate with those who have transitioned. The medicine is to allow yourself to be more vulnerable with people in your inner circle. If you don't have people you can open up with, consider allowing in more people. The shadow is you are feeling a bit empty at the end of a journey. There's a lack of connection. You feel unfulfilled despite recent success. What is preventing you from seeing your happiness? Look for the delays to suddenly pop up. And the declaration is, I embrace my sacred connection to the infinite potential. Yeah, so there's this energy of not feeling fulfilled right now, like sensing a sense of doom is also coming out here. But when you heal this part of yourself, it's not even healing it. That's not what this is. This is about you facing it, just clarifying it. And you know what? I went through something. It was awful. It was terrible. It was heartbreaking. It was ruthless. I survived. And I deserve better because I've come so far, because I'm worthy, because I am a child of Source. I deserve the best of the best. Okay? I'm so sorry this has been your journey. And this is actually a very sweet message from your ancestors, pile number 1. But I'm giving you a big, big, big energetic hug. I just want you to know that you are so loved and supported. If you feel like this is your message, you know what? Leave a little skull emoji down below, right? And say, I choose to acknowledge the past and let it stay buried in the past. Okay? And if this was your message and you felt like it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, You'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member. I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I am going to go ahead and leave this here, but I do want to take a quick second to say thank you to your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, my spirit guides, and a special shout out to the ancestors for coming through with this message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of red jasper, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your message. The ancestors are helping you with this. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. For anyone that's new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and hop to it and find out what your ancestors are helping you with. So ancestors of pile number 2, what are you helping them with? Ancestors of highest light and love, what are you helping pile number 2 with? Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 2 with? What would you like them to know? Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 2 with? Whoa, rolling. Okay, I'm going to move this and see where it lands. Okay. So it went from Mercury to North Node, okay? So I feel like they're communicating that you're moving into your North Node. And we've got the 12th house in Scorpio energy as well. All right. There's something you're not seeing clearly. Like, I feel like you've been on this journey for a long time. And you've done a lot, right? You've healed a lot. You've aligned a lot. You've overcome a lot. You've experienced a lot. You have released a lot, pile 2. And your ancestors are helping you to overcome right now this feeling of disconnect from not being able to see the journey. Like, there's this huge energy of the unknown standing right in front of you. And it's like, why should it be the unknown if I've worked so hard to get to where I am? Like, the next step should be clear, right? And so there's like this feeling of they're not clear though right now. They're just not coming through clearly. And your ancestors are really trying to help empower you to be present in this unknown, in this illusion, in this fear almost. It's like, I'm trying to help you stay strong and grounded in the fear of not knowing what's next. So it's like my dog, she just snored really loud. So it's like you've come really far, but then it's almost like everything just came to a standstill. And it's like, I've learned what I needed to learn. Like, I don't know what else I can do except to keep moving forward. And that's exactly what they want you to do. But they're trying to help you, support you in this time of not being able to see beyond the cloud that's right in front of your face. Like, even if you're a psychic, even if you have sharp intuition, like, you're just not meant to see what's next. And I feel like the reason being is because whether or not you like surprises, Source does like to surprise us, right? Whether we like surprises or not, Source does enjoy surprising us so that we're like pleasantly surprised about things that come in. And I already hear some people, I hate surprises, and I understand that. And yes, Source knows that too, but there's still an element of sometimes it's not meant for us to know exactly what's coming in front of us, because there's something very special that's unfolding for us, right? And I feel like this is something that's very nerve-wracking for you, especially like this Scorpio energy is giving me this sense of unease right now. It's like, I don't know about this. Like, I would just rather curl up and go sit under my rock and be happy and just slash out at anybody who tries to keep me or get me out from underneath my rock. I'm just going to sting you with my little stinger. I'm going to pinch you with my little pinchers. Like, I'm just going to get you and I just want to be left alone. I'm just hoping that good things are coming. And they're saying like, yeah, we're trying to communicate with you that you're on your North Node, that you're on the path you're meant to be on. But there's this element of questioning that. There's this element of being, of like, it's comparison is coming through. And it's this element of seeing other people seemingly get further than you. And you're like, wow, man, I've worked so hard. Like, is it just not meant for me? And I don't feel like that at all. I feel like you just asked for something that was massive. And it takes time to manifest those massive things that we ask for. But there's something that's hidden here. And there's an element of being hidden from you, from plain sight, from plain view. And your ancestors are trying to help support you in this time of discomfort in the unknown, because you are on your North Node. You are doing exactly what you're meant to be doing at this time, and you're making progress. But sometimes it's hard when we're not seeing the fruit of our efforts, or we're not seeing things come together. And they're saying that's the illusion, is that it's not coming together, when it really is. It is coming together. You're just not seeing it because there's stuff going on in the spiritual realm. But let's see what they say with the tarot. So ancestors, what are you helping pile number 2 with? What more would you like to tell us? What are you helping pile number 2 with? Okay, thank you. Yeah, finding clarity. Realizing that you're supposed to be successful. But just trusting, like sometimes we have to come into a space of just trusting that things are working out for us. We have to trust that we did all the right things that are going to get us there. You know, there's that, it's like, it's interesting because I took this yoga class a long time ago. It's actually one of my favorite practices that I do. It's based on core power yoga, which is its own story, or Bikram yoga, which is its own story in and of its right. But anyways, there's this lady who teaches it. Her name is Francesca, and she's incredible. We've got the moon in reverse. And she said in this practice, she said, it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And she's like, you have the holy affirming, the holy receiving, and then you have the holy mystery, which is the mystery behind it all, right? So you've affirmed yourself, you're receiving yourself, but there's the mystery behind it that we don't know what happens because it's not meant for us to know. And so it was just really powerful when she said it, but they're showing me that right now. And so that's what your ancestors are trying to help you with, is be comfortable in the fact that the spirit world is working on your behalf right now. They're doing what they need to do to bring it forth to you. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, yeah, we have the Hermit. Interesting. You've done a lot of healing, right? This is just so telling. On the bottom of the deck, like, you've done a lot of healing. Look, with the Pope-S energy and the 8 of Cups. You've healed a lot of family wounds here. You've definitely opened up to your psychic abilities, to your intuitive sense, to seeing the unknown. You're used to being able to take a look into the veil and get a sneak peek at what's coming, like, or at least a sense of what's coming, right? And you're used to being on this journey by yourself. You're not used to having this help. And right now you're getting help from the ancestor realm, and you're not being shown clearly what's coming next for a purpose, right? It's being hidden from you with the moon here in the reverse. And it feels dangerous with the Tower. Interesting. You may have come from pile number 1. Again, if you resonated with it, you're more than welcome to watch it as well. There's no requirements, though, to watch more than one reading if you don't feel called to. And then we have the Pope in the reverse. Yeah. So things are falling apart right now because you're not seeing what's next. It's like, oh my gosh, like, I did all this work. I'm just a failure. Like, I didn't make it. I didn't get to where I was going. And your ancestors are saying, no, like, we're trying to help you clear out remnants of your emotional ego from the past. We're trying to help you clear out that doubt. We're trying to help you clear out that uncertainty so that you can come into a space of knowing that you have changed your life, that you have truly transformed what it is that you've been through, that you've shown the light on the past and been willing to face that part of the past. And there's this fear here. It's like, well, maybe I should have committed to something else. With the moon and the Pope coming out in the reverse, it's feeling like I didn't see what it was that I was meant to commit to that would have been better for me. And they're saying, no, no, that's not at all it. Like, you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. But sometimes there's that fear that's playing out that's like, oh no, I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. But you didn't do the wrong thing. You chose what was best for you. And that's the power in it, is choosing what's best for you, in spite of the judgments, in spite of the gossip, in spite of people not understanding what it is that you chose. You chose what was best for you. But there's this fear, this unknown. Maybe I didn't commit to the right path with these 2 cards. Maybe I didn't commit to what was meant for me. And you see things that are falling apart, but they're really falling apart to fall into place. It's not that you did anything wrong. I really do feel like you're being represented right now by the Hermit and the Popess. You're reading into things and you're trying to read into what's next. And Source is like, you're not meant to see that part, right? This is like a spiritual journey for you. This is something that's a spiritual growth pattern for you. There's an awakening that's happening here. But whatever's coming next, you're not meant to see, because it's Source's job to take care of it, whatever's next for you on your journey. And sometimes that's hard, right? But I feel like your ancestors are helping you with trust here. They're helping you to let go of that fear. They're helping you to let go of that fear of the hidden, fear of the unknown. Because you're so used to using your psychic senses, your abilities, your intuition. You're so used to using that to reach into things, like with the hand in the cookie jar. But they got the cookie jar glued shut and you can't reach in. And you're like, hey, hold up. So I need to go get a hammer or something to break into this? Because I need to know what kind of cookies you got this week, because I'm uncomfortable. And, you know, what if you got the cookies I don't like? What if you got those dry, you know, what if you got those dry cookies that are just, I can't drink enough milk to get it down. I don't want those cookies. Sorry, I was thinking about, what are they called? Butter pecans. I think this is what they're called. I'm not sure. They're sandy pecans or something like that. I don't know. My family loves them, but those cookies, I don't like those cookies at all. I don't like them. They're gross. They're dry. It's not that they taste bad. They're just super dry. It's just not a good cookie. It's just not. Right? But that's what it feels like. Sorry, we just totally went from talking about fears to cookies. So let's move on. Let's move on. But that's what it feels like here. They're just like, you're just like, hold on. What do you mean I can't reach out? So obviously if I can't reach out, then I did something wrong. But they're saying, no, you didn't do anything wrong here. Let's get some clarifiers for the moon, please. May you please clarify the moon, ancestors? Okay, so we have 20, which is judgment beyond illusion. That's just it. The only reason they don't want you to look into this right now is because they're trying to clear out the illusion that maybe you've been holding on to. Or they're trying to clear out the illusions that your emotional ego has been trying to hold on to. Like, I have to have control over every aspect of my life, which we do have control. But again, there's the holy mystery that happens beyond the veil. It's beyond our realm. It's something that we don't have control over. We just have to trust the process. We have to trust the transformation. We have to see beyond the illusion of our control in it and know that we did everything. Well, excuse me. We did everything that we were meant to do. May I please clarify the Pope? Okay, thank you. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Change is coming. There's a lot going on, though. There's a lot going on. None of this feels stable. None of this change feels stable, but it's meant to bring stability, right? We have new vision with this is the Hangman energy. Right? Seeing things from a fresh perspective. Like, and this is like interesting because this looks like an envelope back here and they're trying to put the circle inside the envelope. That's interesting. And then like you have like the roots growing out from someone crawling on the ground. Like you're rising anew here as a new person. The change is coming from within, and that change from within is being reflected outwardly. But that's difficult because you've been waiting for something outwardly to show that you've made progress. And that's what they're saying. We want you to get uncomfortable. We want you to be comfortable, right? in the discomfort of stepping outside of your zone and trusting that we got your back. And that's what they're helping you with. Adventure with the page of coins here. Yeah, we're taking you on an adventure. You're not meant to see beyond the veil right now. You're just meant to trust that there's some kind of prosperity there. There's some sort of abundance around a bend. And just trust and have this childlike sense of wonder and go exploring and let this be what this process is. It's exploring yourself. It's exploring what you're going through, exploring your emotions, exploring what triggers are coming up. Enjoy this process, though. It's all about really enjoying where you're at right now. You don't have to know what's coming next. We get so bent on like, how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? What's going to happen? And we forget to focus on ourselves. And I feel like for you, Pile 2, that's exactly what your ancestors are trying to help you see, is that right now it's just focusing on you and the journey. And then we have morality with the Queen of Swords here. And this is such a rigid card, right? Like, this is just a very rigid card. It's like being very cold and cruel and ruthless. It's like, my hands are tied. I feel like I'm tied. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm caged in this energy. I feel like there's nowhere I can go. But the only thing that I can do is be honest with myself. And that's just what you have to do. But it's this sense of not seeing clearly, like a clouded mind. There's clouds all over here. Being tied to having to know what's happening and fearing the commitment that you made. And that's what your ancestors are trying to help you see. Like, there's no reason to fear what it is that you committed to, because you did something that most people don't. You committed to a process. You committed to the journey. You committed to allowing things to unfold. And that took courage and that took guts. Now you have to trust the part that you don't see. And I feel like that's really difficult for you, Pile number 2. I feel like you could be an earth sign, right? And for earth signs, it's very difficult sometimes to trust what's unknown. But it doesn't have to. You could just have earth highly aspect in your chart, especially Taurus and Virgo, right? You could also be in Pisces, have Pisces highly aspect in your chart. I feel like this is just a lot about letting go of the way that you thought it had to unfold and opening up to the way that it is unfolding. Easier said than done. I can absolutely appreciate that. It is so much easier said than done, but it's worth it. Right? Let's get some oracles out and see what else they'd like to say. Capricorn. Ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So we have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy here. But Capricorns are very, very much focused on the daily routine, like the day-to-day things that they have to do to get to go the distance. And they know it's going to take time, and they're not afraid of it taking time. Like, that's not something that scares them. And so here it's just trusting that this is taking time, and that's okay. Like, it's just a part of the process. There's no need to try to manipulate the outcome. There's no need to change what it is that you're doing. There's no need to try to force something new here. Just trusting that what you're doing is enough, and continue to do that, and continue to show up and do your best each and every day. And that's going to help you. We have be an open channel, mediumship, ancestors, and the spirits. So you are channeling your ancestors now. You're channeling your spirits. You may have the gift of mediumship as well. So I was saying, like, you absolutely have spiritual gifts here with the Popess coming through. This is saying that you could very well be a medium, or you're practicing to become a medium. Or that might scare some of you, and I understand that too. But they're saying that you can be a channel for both your ancestors and your spirit guides and other spirits as well. But right now it's important for you to remain open to the messages that you're receiving, and trust your intuition, and trust what it is that you're receiving that feels aligned with your journey, and knowing that that's meant for you. Okay? On the bottom, we have connect with past loved ones, sense, feel, and reconnect. This is, again, that energy of being a medium, connecting with passed on loved ones. So I do feel like who's coming through today is a passed on loved one. This could be, you know, a mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, an auntie, an uncle, a sibling, a child. It's someone coming through and telling you, like, we got your back. We're trying to help you sit with the unknown in a way that is going to serve you right now. Ebb and flow with ocean on the bottom here. Yeah, to move fluidly throughout life. There's no reason, like, you're not going to stop the ocean tides, right? They're going to come regardless. If you stand in the ocean, the tides are going to move around you. So it's just easier to go with the flow. Go with the tides right now. The tides of change. But to go with them, right? Turn knowledge into wisdom with wolf spirit here. Yeah, so you're gaining a lot of knowledge here by being in this space that you're in right now. There's something that's transitioning, but the transitioning is happening with these very spiritual cards coming through with the ancestor deck. Like, it's transitioning from the spirit realm. This is not something that you see physically. This is not something you're going to see physically until it happens physically. And when it happens physically, it's just going to be like, it came in like a wrecking ball, right? So we've got Fox Spirit. Think on your feet. Yeah, so this is about you paying attention to how you're showing up in this moment and focusing on your thoughts as well. Like, what are your thoughts saying to you? Are your thoughts trying to convince you that you're not ever going to get what you want? Are you in a state of negativity, low vibration? You know, again, with this, and look, underneath that, we have know your worth. Exactly. Remember, you are worthy of these things, and if you had a big ask, sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes time. That's not, we can't change that, right? Like, good things are worth waiting for. Anything that comes easily to you oftentimes isn't even worth having. We have dream and journey. Yeah, so your ancestors have been trying to get you a message for a while. So it would really serve you to maybe do some journeying meditations, to write down your dreams, to spend some time connecting with them. Like, they are really trying to connect with you right now. There's someone here who's been trying to connect with you to give you guidance, direct guidance. And I feel like that's why they're not giving me that guidance, because this is something that is very, very personal to each one of you, pile 2. So it's like, yeah, they could give that to me, but we would be here all day trying to go over each and every deciphered message that's coming through. And so right now they want you to be the open channel. They want you to connect. They want you to focus on what you're dreaming, what you're getting through your dreams, and that knowledge is going to come through. It's going to turn into wisdom for you. We have Stargazer, set your sights higher, right? So they're trying to help you connect with a higher version of yourself. They're trying to help you connect with a higher, more aligned version of yourself as well, to set your heights even higher, your sights even higher. Like, whatever it is that you want right now, yeah, you can absolutely have that, but there's something else that your heart desires, that your heart wants, that's even bigger. And I feel like it's whatever you're doing right now is like a springboard to get you there. Cardinal energy, instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. This is a start to something big. And earth magic with fairies that you're nurturing, right? You've nurtured this. You've come so far. It's time, you know, you're pouring that love into this project. You're pouring that love into this journey. It's time for you to pour that love back into yourself. When you pour it into yourself, you see the reward of that, and you feel the reward of that. And with earth magic here, it's just about that deep nurturing for self here. Don't give up on this journey just because you're not seeing the fruit of your efforts just yet. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong. And I feel like that's what your ancestors are trying to help you with now. Sometimes you might feel, like, especially with Capricorn coming out on the bottom over here, there might be times when you feel very pessimistic about life. Like, it's like, yeah, but I've worked so hard. Like, when's it ever going to come to me? And trust me, pile 2, I've been there. I've been there so many times. There's like, I even have journal entries where I'm just like, like nothing ever happens. Like, I thought this manifestation journey was supposed to happen after I did XYZ, and why isn't it happening? And I'm yelling at source, and I'm yelling at my guides and ancestors, and I'm like, y'all are just a bunch of crocs. Like, you told me to do this, and that you told me that this would happen. And I tell you what, that was one of the most healing things I've ever done in my life, was to yell, because I needed to. I needed to get it off my chest. I needed to say how I felt, instead of just, okay, I'm just going to smile and nod and suck it up this whole time because that's what you told me. No, I needed to get it out. I need to get out. And I feel like there's something here that you need to get out, but that's why your ancestors are trying to connect with you, right? And after that, I was able to channel easier. I was able to connect with my guides and my ancestors the way that I needed to, so that they could tell me valuable information for what was next. And I was like, oh, I wish I had done this sooner, but I didn't. I did it when I was exactly ready to do it. That's it. Let's get some angel numbers here. Ancestors, what angel number will help us better understand this message that you brought through for pile number 2? Ancestors, what angel number would you like to bring forth? Okay, look. 707. Good luck. Contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during these intense uncertainty. You'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom, turn knowledge into wisdom, to share. Yet you'll need enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. It's going to take effort, but you are meant to have good luck in your life. On the bottom, we have 1313, justice. Excuse me, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. Get ready for good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going toward your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. Okay, so you're meant to be lucky. They say that I'm lucky, right? But I say I'm blessed. Yes, you are. You're blessed. You're lucky. You have a lot of prosperity in your life. Okay. Your ancestors, your angels, everybody is interfering on your behalf to help align this. It's just not something that you're meant to see because they're taking care of it for you. Let's take a look at your ancestor card. We've got the matriarch. Nurture the harvest. Can you be more clear? Like, you're nurturing it. That's what the fairy magic energy is as well. Nurturing it and watching it grow as you nurture it. This is also connected with the Empress energy, right? Which is creativity. So you've done something that's very creative, or you're about to do something that's extremely creative. Nurturing it is where the power is at. It says you're fertile with possibilities. You are safe and blessed. Have faith in your ability to bring forth beauty, prosperity, and harmonious relationships. Allow yourself to tap into your creative potential and explore creative outlets. Nurture yourself and others with kindness, compassion, and love. Free yourself from the need to justify your existence. You are heir to the fortune of wealth that the matriarch ancestor brings. Will you allow yourself to receive your riches? Will you allow the blessings in? The matriarch is depicted by a Maasai elder overlooking her beloved village of Burkina Faso. The ancestral energy is loving, charismatic, fertile, beautiful, nurturing, and rooted in divine feminine. The matriarch is deeply connected to Mother Nature, and you are the child wrapped in the safety of her loving bosom. The medicine. For many years, your ancestors' vulnerability was not allowed. Allow yourself now to be vulnerable in their honor and to honor yourself, my child. We are taking care of you and yours. Trust in the sumptuous abundance that surrounds you and cultivate gratitude for the blessings. The shadow here is you feel stagnant, stuck, and stale. The energy blockages you are experiencing are a result of being overly dependent on the voices and actions of others. Your declaration is, I am nurturing, abundant, and fertile with possibilities. Yeah, so there's a lot of possibilities coming in. I just feel like that's the thing. Like, they want you to know that good luck is coming. But there's something that you're not meant to see because it's all being taken care of in the spiritual realms right now. Okay? So this is what I see for you, pile number 2. If you felt like this was your reading, leave the little wolf emoji down below and say, I trust that the spiritual realm and my ancestors are helping me with things unseen and bringing my abundance and prosperity straight to me. And if you felt like this was your reading, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here, but I do want to say thank you to your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, source, my spirit guides, and a special shout out to the ancestors for coming through to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of blue apatite, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on your ancestors are helping you with this. First, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anyone new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that, we are going to go ahead and move into the message and find out what your ancestors are helping you with. So, ancestors of highest light and love, what are you helping pile number 3 with? Ancestors of highest light and love, what are you helping pile number 3 with? What would you like them to know? Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 3 with? Okay, we've got the 7th house, we have Virgo energy, and we have Uranus. All right, let me flip this over. Actually, there we go. We've got relationships, right? Finding a way for us to balance those relationships and to move towards people who are more aligned with our higher journey. So your ancestors are helping you to focus on people right now that are more aligned with your journey, with your timeline even. Right? And helping you to come away from people who are holding you back, people who are maybe overcritical of you, people who expect higher things from you, even though they don't understand what it is that you're doing, right? It's just all misguided the way that they see you. But what your ancestors are trying to help you with right now is to come closer to soul family, but people who are of like minds, right? And people who are willing to lift you up and people who are willing to help you feel better about life and yourself and your journey, and who see what it is that you have to offer and who are very excited to get to know you and are excited to have you on the journey with them. This could be people who are far away, people who are close, people who are online, people who you talk to online. There's a lot of change here. There's a lot of sudden progression that's coming when it comes to your relationships. You really feel like your ancestors are drawing you away from people who just don't get you at all. They're helping you to redirect your energy towards people who do get you, people who do understand you, people who have been on a similar journey as you. Okay, this also does feel like this is astrologically aligned with you at this time. So there's something about the stars right now. And at the time that I'm recording this, it's actually October 1st, and October 2nd is a new moon in Libra, as well as I believe the lunar eclipse. I believe. So there's a lot going on astrologically, especially for these last few months of the year. There's a lot happening. We are moving into super moons as well as the solar eclipse or the lunar eclipses, and it's eclipse season. I know eclipse season's been in effect for a while, but there's just a lot that's going on, right? And this month is especially going to be a wild month for October. So if you're catching this at the time I'm posting it. If not, it's okay. It's just showing you that wherever you are in your life, that whatever's going on astrologically is helping to bring you closer to the people who are, you know, meant to be on your life. So it would be really wise for you to know what your 7th house, what resides in your 7th house, and where your 7th house is being affected at this time astrologically. Okay, but it's important for you to be open is the message that they're saying here. It's so important for you to be open at this time. You could meet them through work. You could meet them through some sort of group. You could meet them through something that you're doing for the environment. It's all about communicating at this time, though, and being really open with them, right? Whatever that is. And being vulnerable is another thing that's coming through. And so your ancestors are helping you with this. They're helping you to be open and vulnerable, which I feel like might be a challenge for you. That's just humanly all around the world. It's a challenge for everyone. And so they're trying to bring you to this place of finally allowing yourself to be open so that you can really connect with people on a deeper level. That's what creates bonds, is vulnerability, right? So let's see what comes through. Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 3 with? What are you helping pile number 3 with? Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 3 with? Yeah, there's a lot of unique things that are happening all at once. Or you could actually be building a bond with someone in regards to a work environment that's going to be very successful. Like you two are developing some sort of partnership. This is going to be healing for both of you. That's a very specific message, but it did come through. Let's see. Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 3 with? What would you like to say more on this? Thank you. Ancestors, what else are you helping pile number 3 with? Okay, thank you. Ancestors, what are you helping pile number 3 with? What would you like to say further on this? What are you helping pile number 3 with? Okay, thank you. It's so funny, pile 3, you're always the one pile that none of your cards flip over in the shuffle. Like everyone else, sometimes they all flip over, sometimes one flips over, but pile 3 is consistently none of your cards flip over. I feel like you're the pile that likes surprises. So we have the 5 of Swords on the bottom in the reverse. Yeah. Let's see. And the King of Coins. There's somebody here who's really controlling. This is someone who doesn't care how they look to you as long as they appear a certain way out in the world. They're very negative. They're very like, this is someone who's like the Debbie Downer type energy. Like, I'm always going to do something to bring you down a notch because I don't like seeing you happy because I'm negative and I'm miserable in the world and I want everybody to be miserable with me. And this could be someone that you work for. This could be a boss. Right? This could be someone who holds a respectful title in your life. And I use that loosely, just saying like, you know, it could be a grandfather, a father, it could be an uncle, it could be an auntie, a grandmother, a mom. This could be even an older sibling. But it's someone who feels like they are owed your respect. And we see here with the 2 of Swords in the reverse that you are quickly outgrowing this and your ancestors are trying to help you see that you are not meant to live in an environment or be around in an environment that is overall negative. Like if somebody's really negative, then what can you do to bring back your energy to yourself? This is someone who just doesn't get it. Like, they don't get it. They don't get what you're doing. They don't get the journey that you're on. They may say that they do, or they may say nothing at all, but overall, this person is just like, nope, life is negative, so I'm going to do everything to just project my negativity onto pile 3, and they're going to eventually see it my way, because everybody else does. Everybody else sees the negativity that I see. Why doesn't pile 3 see the negativity that I see? Right? And this is someone who's very dissatisfied with what they have. They have no way of looking at things from a positive place. Like, they don't see any good in any present situation, and they're very limited in the way that they see life. And this just feels like someone is very much projecting that onto you, and your ancestors are trying to help you redirect your energy. Right? They're trying to help you get beyond that. This is someone who is very stubborn. They're very oppressive. Yeah, and unfortunately, too, with the 5 of Swords, this is pointing out that this is oppression that can't be, like, it's not just something that we can wiggle our nose, like, bewitched and it be gone, right? Like, it's just not something that's going to happen like that. And so, yeah, okay, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse, not wanting to deal with this, not wanting to, It's like not wanting to start over. I don't know why I just lost my thoughts there. Like, wow. There's a lot going on here. I feel like they're pointing out someone who has a leadership position in your life, or, okay, this is the other message that's coming through. It's someone who feels like they are owed a leadership position in your life. Right? Like, they're like, I deserve your respect, I deserve your admiration, I deserve your doting, I deserve all of this because I have this title in your life, and you better treat me accordingly. Right? And it's creating a lot of confusion, but there's a lot of negativity here. There's a lot of negativity. And I feel like this is also someone who's very sloppy with their use of resources. Like, you know, they're willing to go out of their way so that people see them a certain way, or they're willing to go out of their way so that they seem more impressive than they are. But they don't actually do any of the healing themselves. This is someone who, when they're with you, I feel like you see the true colors of this person. Like, you see behind the mask, because they're just, by the time they get back to where they're dealing with you, or they've known you for so long, or they just feel like they can be open like that with you, like they just take the mask off and they let you see the monster. That's what I keep hearing, that pile 3, you've seen the monster that this person is. And if you told anybody, no one would believe you. And that's unfortunate. Like, this feels very unfortunate. It's like, if you told anybody that knows this person, that's what I'm hearing. If you told anybody that knows this person, no one would believe you. Because they have everybody duped. Because that's where they put all their energy at. And then when they come home to you, or when they are in a meeting with you or whatever, it's like they just don't even feel like they have to hide it. You know what else I'm getting? Okay, this really irked me. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get mad on your reading, but this really irked me, pile 3. So I feel like I'm feeling your emotions right now, because when this comes out, this is really triggering. But I feel like this person thinks that you're dumb. And I just want to say that you're not dumb. I feel like you just oftentimes are just like, whatever. Like, this person, they're just, it's like exasperation at this point. And I feel like you're just begging for spirit, for your ancestors to help you with this. You know, your guides, like, please help me with this situation. I'm just so over it. And it, like I said, with the 5 of Swords here, it's pointing out this is not something that is just discarded. Like, if it's a job that this is, you have, you know, if you leave this job, you're going to lose your home type thing, right? Or if this is a person that you live with, you can't just up and leave right away, right? It could be a marriage, especially with the Pope here. It could be a marriage. Like, it's just, this is somebody who puts on a good show outside, but when they come home, all that crap that built up during the day, it's just on you. Or if this is a boss, right, which we see here with the King of Coins, could be a boss. It's like, it all just gets thrown out on you, and it's just overwhelming. That's what it feels like here. And your ancestors are trying to paint the picture, because they're trying to help you see, like, this is what we're trying to help you with right now. Right? This is something that is very difficult. This is something that's very hard to overcome. This is like, you're trying to avoid conflict here. You're wanting to start again on something when it has to do with life, but it's like also the fear of starting again, what's going to come from that. And it's just, there's a lot that's going on here. There's a lot. This is, this is a heavy. I'm always glad to do pile 3, because you guys usually have a really uplifting message, but sometimes I think you just need a real message too, and I feel like that's what this is. This is someone who's very hypocritic. They're very oppressive. I can't get through that. This is like someone who oppresses you, or they do their best to oppress you. They do their best to make you feel guilty. They do their best to make you feel bad. They do their best to make you feel small. This is someone who sees you as a page, but as less than a page. As a child, an insignificant child. Like, no matter how old you get, no matter how mature you become, no matter how wise you become, this person sees you as an insignificant child. Wow, this is a really nasty energy. Oh, hold on. I just need a second. Let me get a drink of water. Like, this is really hitting me in my third eye, like, so strong right now. It's just, That's the thing. This person does not see the truth of who you are. There's no way they could open up to it. Yes, maybe this person's a narcissist. Yes, maybe this person's a sociopath. Yes, maybe this person's bipolar. Who knows? I'm not here to diagnose anybody. This person is just a very low vibrational energy. Okay? In the end of the day, this person, we don't have the Emperor in the reverse here. An Emperor in the reverse would show that this is someone who's very narcissistic, okay? But we don't have that here. We just have very oppressive energy. This is someone who, like, you think about the Pope is in religion, right? And sometimes religion oppresses us, and it's not a beef against religion. It's just there are very oppressing historical moments with religion. The fight against different religions, the fight against being a free human versus having to live by these unattainable goals and these unattainable beliefs, right? It's just, you see oppression, women being oppressed by the church. Like, there's all kinds of things, and there's just, you know, now we have certain communities that are being oppressed by people, not necessarily the church. It's just, that's what this feels like. This is someone who really believes that they're right. No one else is like them, and no one else will be like them, and they don't care who they step on. They're going to be seen right in whatever the situation is that has to do with you. Wow, okay. Okay, ancestors, can we please get some information on what it is that you're helping them with in regards to this, though? Please. Wow, that flew out. Traveling. We're helping you get away. The first card out. We're helping you get away. Okay, I could not make this up. I don't know why this song is coming in, and this is so random, but I'm hearing Bye Bye Black Sheep. Bye bye black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. Like, I'm literally, that song coming in so, and I don't even know what it has to do with this except that you feel like a black sheep, and it's like, you know, like, I gotta get out of here, but I need some money, right? Like, to sell the wool. I need to sell the wool. I need some money to get out. Like, just, I gotta go, but I need some cash to go. Some right here to go. So I'm trying to lighten the mood here, because this is a really heavy thing. Like, I know this is what you're dealing with, and I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this. This is difficult. It is overwhelming. And I'm so sorry this is what you're dealing with. But I feel like you've done so much. And for you to refocus on people who are there for you and people who want to see you do well, that's going to help you, like, basically shut the door on this. But let's see, what else, ancestors? Yeah, consciousness coming out. Look, third eye. Look, the third eye is lit up here. That's what I was saying. Like, I kept hitting my third eye when I was talking about this. Like, kept patting it. Like, I wasn't being abusive or anything. I was just kept patting it because it was just, like, I don't know how I was like this kind of energy, you know, like, oh, this is a weird energy. They're showing you this person's true intentions. Like, they're showing you how this person sees you. And it's like the more silent you are in this situation, and the more that you just pay attention, the more you see. And the more you see, I feel like the more mad you get, because it's like, what the actual HE double hockey stick? Like, really? What the actual flip? What is going on here? I cannot believe this is really happening. I can't believe this person is like this. Like, why? But there's no need to know why. This person has their own journey to figure out. But Source and your ancestors are really concerned with making sure that you're aware, in your conscious mind, you are aware of this person's motive. And that there's nothing you need do in regards to this person except to find a way to move your energy. Like, I'm not going to give this person my energy anymore. I'm going to go and focus on these people who do want to see me succeed. And I'm going to give them my energy, and I'm going to give them my time, and I'm going to give them all of me because that's what matters now. I don't feel like there's any need for you to focus on this person, because you focused on this person for long enough. And that's what your ancestors are saying. It's like you focus on this person for far too long. This person has been taking up way too much rent in your mind, and they haven't even been paying. Okay? It's time to kick them to the curb. They don't deserve your energy. All right? And it's like, I feel like this is something that it's like you're doing your best to stay focused on other things. That this person is so invasive. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, I was getting upset with this reading already. I feel better now that we've moved on beyond what this person is like or what the situation is. And we're finding out why. But it's like, this person is so invasive that it's just like, and like right now, it wouldn't surprise me if you have like acute migraines that you're dealing with, or like behind the eye type headaches, like headaches that occur behind your eye. Especially the right side. Yeah, especially the right side. Completion, the world. All the puzzles are falling into place. All the pieces are falling into place. This is the completion for you. We're helping you to let go of this situation. We're helping you to move beyond this situation. It's not meant for you. Like, that's just it. It's just, they're trying to help you see this is not meant for you. Like, no matter what this person's title is in your life, like, it's just not meant for you. And we want to bring you to things that are more aligned with you. We want to bring you to things that are more stable for you. Things that, like, people who care about you and actually want you to succeed in life, instead of feeling like you're just their, emotional dumping station. We want you to flourish in a community of people who are willing to work hard, but who are also humble by the gifts that they're given. The source. Okay, I just want to point out, I said that earlier, that source and your ancestors, and then we have the source coming out on the bottom here. This is like source actually overtaking the ancestors message, because it's like, this is like high regards. This message is. And sometimes that happens. Okay, it's not something I can control. I have to go with the energy. But the energy was clear. Like, source even made it known when I was like, oh, source and the ancestors. It was something I said when this card came out. It's like they're making it known. Source is saying, this is me lighting up the place. Okay? This is, and it's not, it has nothing to do with, oh, the chosen. This is not the egoic side of us. This is just, source says, look, I know what this person does behind closed doors. I know what they do. I know who they are. And I love them still, just like I love you. But I also love you knowing that I'm not going to leave you in a situation like this, right? Like, it's this, I love this person, but they have their journey to figure out on themselves, and they're going to do that. And maybe they're not, but I still love this person. And that's hard for us to see because we want to separate ourselves. Well, I'm the chosen. Source hates anybody who goes against me. And that's not the case. Source is saying, I see how hard you've worked. I want to reward you for how hard you've worked. And I'm going to figure out a way. Don't you worry. I'm going to figure out a way to help you move away from this. And it feels like there's going to be mountains that divide you. Like, this is a mountain range here, right? And there's like a river here and all this. Like, this person's not going to have access to your energy anymore. Okay, so there's like an opportunity that's going to arise. There's something that's going to come up that's going to give you a break. And this is something your ancestors have been trying to tell you, but more importantly, this is something that Source has been trying to help you with as well. So let's see. What else would you like to say, ancestors, for this reading? What else would you like to say, Source? What are you helping pile number 3 with? Pisces. You could be a Pisces. Intimacy, intuition, and compassion. They're trying to bring in this. Okay, they're trying to bring in more intimate connections, more compassionate, kind, loving connections, people who are genuine is the energy that's coming out. You could be dealing with a Pisces. It just depends on your story. Remember, if it's not, you don't have Pisces and they're not Pisces, it's okay. They're just saying this is the type of energy they're bringing in, is to help you see beyond that illusion. On the bottom, we have Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. Right, networking. We're trying to help you to network with the right people. There's going to be mountains that divide you and this person. Okay, but we need you to keep communicating and being curious about the people you're meeting. Building a friendship with someone. It's supposed to take time, right? Like, we're not going to build friendships in a day. We can absolutely have our lives changed in a day by other people, but this is what they're saying. We want you to build those solid foundations. We want you to build those solid friendships, because that's what's going to get you to the next part of your journey. On the bottom, we have tune in and connect, nonverbal communication, intuition, and messages. Okay. This is your intuition is coming through. Intuition. So you intuitively know this person. I feel like that's why you don't say anything anymore, because you just intuitively know. It doesn't matter. You could say whatever. You could even call this person out in the most honest, non-intrusive way ever, and this person would just take it to the next level. Take time out. Siesta, recharge, rest. Yeah. I feel like that's what they want you to know, is that we're bringing you to a place where you can just... Ooh, I needed that. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring you to a place where you can just relax. Where you don't have to be in survival mode anymore. Clear your mind, be present, focus, and embrace the here and now. And that's the thing. It's like they want you to clear your mind here. They don't want you to focus on this person. They want you to focus on what's going to get you where you need to go. Whether that's some sort of creative project, whether that is some sort of research, whether that is some sort of activity or self-care, self-love, whatever it is, focus on you. Redirect your attention. Focus on the connections that you're building, the ones that feel good to you. Right? Take your attention away from this person. They'll survive. Don't feel guilty about it. They'll survive. They've survived this long. And, you know, they've got a lot of people who believe them. Let them believe them. Because at the end of the day, your success, your life changing because you've done the work, is going to be the biggest slap in the face for this person than you saying anything at all. Yeah, there's a lot of anger here. Wow. Oh, we have volcano, volatility. And I feel like a lot of you are asking why. Why do I have to deal with this person? Like, why do I have to go through this? And this is something that was all preordained. But this is also something that is going to be at the hand of source. That's what this card talks about. This is like a force of nature. It's not them. It's just that this had to happen for some part of your spiritual journey, for something to click, for something to heal, for something to change within you, so that you stood up and declared yourself. Whether that was saying enough is enough, or saying I finally believe in myself, or I finally trust myself, whatever the case is. But it caused a lot of anger. It caused a lot of hostility, even. And finally, it got so heated up that it had to explode. It had to erupt. And when it erupted, I feel like you really drew back. And that was for cause. That was for just reason, too. Like, you know, why should I continue to give my energy when it's just causing a lot of unbalanced situations? Magic works through you with Scarab Beetle Spirit. Okay, you're creating a different type of life that's away from this type of energy. So whatever this is, like, you're working on it. They want you to keep working on it, because you working on you is getting you there. Learn from the past. Yeah, and that's also why the volatility is coming up. Underneath that, we have invocation. So this is showing that this is absolutely something that Source is trying to deal with, right? It's, well, not trying to, I should say, that is dealing with, right? But it's on Source's time. It's not at the wave of a wand. It's on Source's time. Source wants to make sure that the right people, the right connections, the right situations are coming into your life, and you're taking those opportunities as a result of them being at the right place in the right time. And when everything lines up, as it always does, it always has, and it will, then you can get the heck on out of Dodge. So they want you to continue to have faith here, but they really want you, the main thing here is, besides your faith, the main thing is they want you to focus on the connections that you do have that are positive connections. We have Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Yeah. You are protected, but it's okay to do a little extra here. This person, again, it's just this person's extremely invasive. DNA karma. Yeah, you're clearing out a ton of karma, but I also feel like this is saying like this person is incurring a lot of karma with you. So they're going to get it, you know, like, and I'm not saying that like to make you feel better or anything like, I'm just saying like what goes around comes around. Like you succeeding, like this person, whoever they built up around them to believe them, like all those people are going to see like, wow, we should have really trusted pile number 3, or like, wow, we really thought some nasty things about pile 3. And we had no idea because this person convinced us otherwise. And it's going to make them start to think about who it is that they put their trust in. So this person's they're gonna deal with it, right? They're gonna deal with it. But this is also something that you've dealt with. This could mean that this is a family member. It doesn't have to. It's a very specific message, but it's DNA. This is also saying that your ancestors have dealt with this. And so it's kind of like when you were healing, your ancestors on your behalf went to source and said, okay, we need you to help us all with this because we all struggle here and we want pile 3 to heal this, but that's a huge burden for pile 3 to carry by themselves. Can you please help us with this? And source is like, I got you. See things from a higher perspective. Yeah, so don't get caught up in the chaos that this person wants to bring in. See it from a higher perspective. Just see that you're clearing out things that your ancestors struggled with. You're letting go of patterns that your ancestors struggled with, and they're walking this journey with you. They are holding you. They're carrying you. They're giving you their strength. They're giving you their energy. Like, I feel this in my soul. I'm sorry. I feel like they're shedding their tears for you because they know how hard it is. And they know what it is to not have a voice, and they see you having a voice, and they're so proud of you. That was so intense. We have the Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Look, the Caduceus. The Caduceus. This is healing. We're helping you heal. You're saving the lineage. I'm so sorry we had to leave this with you. I just heard that so loud. Wow. Okay, pile 3. I think I can do this now. Tears coming. Whew. I got it in my throat, in my heart. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get some angel numbers here for you. Ancestors, what angel numbers would you like to give to pile number 3 to help clarify this message for them? Wow. I am overrun by emotions right now. Like, oh. Okay, we'll take those 2. On the bottom, we have 1717. Good fortune. I said I was done with crying, and you all keep bringing it up. I'm really trying over here. Okay. Okay, Feather. Don't blow away, please. Someone watching over you. Good fortune. Unseen, unforeseen forces. Direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor, and your dreams will come true soon. Wow. Someone watching over you. 555, success, balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. Oh my gosh. Wow. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. Oh my gosh, this is, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Source. Thank you so much, Ancestors. Just this card. Oh, we've got 444. Affection, overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall to pieces. There's people who are coming into your life that are going to help you make it to the next part of your journey. Like, there's just no getting around it. That's what's destined to happen for you, pile 3. That's what your ancestors are helping you with. That's what Source is helping you with. So we have 31, the Father of Water, balance and harmony. And this is the King of Cups, emotional maturity. All right. Finding that balance, that emotional balance again. And you've learned a lot from this situation as well. You've learned how to emotionally stabilize yourself in a lot of different scenarios. Like, if anything comes at you, you know how to handle yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. It says, trust your instincts. There is unity and balance between your head, heart, and spirit. A balance between the conscious and unconscious. This is a good thing. Although you must give yourself permission to feel your emotions fully and completely, acting out in tantrums or rage is not healthy for you or your loved ones. The answer is not more control. The answer is doing your spiritual healing work. Wasn't I saying that at the beginning? Like, there's just a lot of anger here. Like, ugh. So healing work will help you work through that. The paternal ancestor is spiritually mature and compassionate. He comes through when you may need a reminder to be more open and trust your heart. If there's a Prince Charming, this is his dad with more substance, King Charming. Ancestral memory. This ancestor comes forward as and I'm probably going to mess this up, but I'm going to try, Sanswafi or Sanswapi, Zulu god of healing. He brings forward the energy of giving and receiving compassion and kindness. This ancestor is a kind, generous, and centered father, stable and calm in the raging seas of life. In some traditions, he is a goddess rather than a god. The medicine is have you experience positive and loving divine masculine energy. This is very different from patriarchal energy. You are capable of balance and worthy of love and being loved fully and completely. The shadow is, where is your empathy? Yes, you've been hurt, but having the walls up is hurting you even more. Just because you turn a blind eye to your issues and problems doesn't mean they go away. The declaration is, I embrace my feelings and allow myself emotional harmony. So here they're saying, do the work, do the spiritual work, but don't give this person your energy anymore. This could be someone who's very patriarchal by nature. And again, that oppressive energy is coming out as well with the shadow connected to this card. So whatever this is this is someone who's very oppressive. We have Pisces energy once again coming through. But they're saying that things are going to work out for you. Things are going to come together for you. You've learned a lot. Continue to do your spiritual healing, because this is what's helping you to move beyond this situation, and it's helping Source to align things in the right way to help get you out of this situation. Okay, I'm so sorry this is what you're going through, pile number 3. Here's a big energetic hug for you. Oh, I think you need it. Oh, I love you so much, pile number 3. I really do. If this was your reading, leave the water droplet, just the single droplet down below, and say, from the hardships and experiences that I have had, I have learned to control myself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and thus move forward empowered as I am. If it resonated with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member. I would love to see you on membership. So if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I am going to go ahead and leave this here, but I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, my spirit guides, as well as give a special shout out to your ancestors and Source for headlining this reading today. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.